So welcome to today's Greater Life CoffeeCast, and with today being the pillar of happiness, I come to you live from Chian Cultural Centre, just outside Penryn. And Chian is an amazing place. It is some parts farm, some parts commune, some parts circus, and over the years it's become a real fixture within the community of Penryn, Falmouth, Helston, which are all kind of the major towns near where I live here in Cornwall. And I'm drawn to share about what Chian is up to, not necessarily because it's a model that everyone could or should follow, but more because of what it hints at, I think, based on conversations with friends about what might be unfolding, with particular reference to the significance that we've discussed previously of things like AI. And that we know life exists in a state of dynamic balance. And I've mentioned before that as there is a rise in the artificial, in the inorganic, so must there be a rise to counteract it in the organic, in the natural. And we've spoken before about the rise of natural intelligence, of conversations I keep having where people are speaking about how their intuition has seemed sharper in the last year or so, and how they're having real kind of clarity about their direction in life, and all of these things that would suggest a greater connection to their natural intelligence, and some might even say soul intelligence. And the other thing that I'm noticing as I speak with people is that there seems to be a rise in the local. And what I mean by that is that people seem to be generating work, opportunities, connections, locally far more than might have been the case in the last few years, particularly when we were all forced to live behind a screen via the world of COVID. And so my question to you today is, how are you consciously cultivating community for yourself? And we've shared in previous articles and coffeecasts the horrific impact of loneliness on our health. Okay? And so if we want to have greater happiness, actually just like a great relationship takes work, just like a healthy body takes work in the gym or however you choose to exercise, so too does having an outstanding level of happiness require some investment. And we've spoken, all 2 weeks ago on this idea of make the investment. And I would have you consider in this coffeecast that investing in cultivating community for yourself, actually making the effort to say, hey, I've just met you, but, I feel like there's a good vibe here. Would you like to go and get a cuppa? Would you like to actually cultivate a friendship? And not everyone's going to say yes. But if you look back on the most significant friendships you currently have, the chances are that at various points you have chosen to invest time, effort and energy in them. And I'm willing to bet that some of them came from totally random meetings that then just happened to develop, right? Well, what if you actually, now that you know who you are and what you're about and what you love, what if you were to start to cultivate such connections consciously, without relying on random chance, though that, of course, is always a beautiful way that life can gift us opportunities. But what if you were to genuinely seek out, to make an effort, to put time, effort and energy, maybe even money, into developing out your networks, your community? Because here's the thing, not only will you be happier, you'll likely be wealthier and healthier too. And I don't say this as someone who's great at this. This has been a real challenge for me over the years, is to actually consciously connect and develop friendships with people. I've been someone whose kind of default mode has been to have, a very deep friendship with one or two people and not much else. And I'm just recognizing in my own life how much I would benefit from having still a few very, very close relationships, but then also a network of really solid friendships that I'm investing into. So that is my invitation for greater happiness and for greater health and for greater wealth. Today and this week, how can you cultivate community?